Hi everyone, it's Crystal again here with another layout. And today I'm going to be doing a 12 by 12 layout. And I'm going to be documenting the beginning of 2021 here. So I want to document these abstract self-portraits of myself. Um, this was like a photo assignment that I did with a photography class that I was taking. And I always like to, in the past, always have like one self-portrait of myself in my yearly albums. So I thought these were great because they are not your typical self-portraits. They're abstract, which kind of fits me and the way I do photography. And I f- have a bit of more of an abstract approach to um, my artistic side when I do photography besides just doing portraits, or I mean, not portraits, pictures for like scrapbooking. But anyways, so my go-to for this is like with three landscape photos, is stacking them on a strip from top to bottom, like here. And then I'm also going to add some of that border there just to kind of frame those photos onto that black background. Now, as you saw, I have these um, geometric shape little squares. They came from a Studio Calico kit that I got last year, earlier this year. I can't remember. Anyways, so they came like in a page, and I just cut them up. And as you can see, I wrote up there on one of them, it says Unbound. So I actually did use AI to help me kind of come up with some words that kind of what described me at this time, and just kind of the expression that I was trying to portray here in these abstract photos. So, actually, those shapes, I was planning to use them in a different layout. And as I was planning that other layout, it kind of just came to me how to kind of confetti these over the page here and to write the words in there. Also, I was kind of, when I was planning that other layout, I was looking online, for some inspiration and stuff. And it kind of, it came to me then. I don't know. It just was something that kind of, I was seeing some of the other layouts where people are writing um, phrases or sentiments into labels and stuff. And I've been trying to kind of figure out how to make that work in my own style. And so I tried here. So that's why I have that Unbound up there. Before I started, you can see I was just kind of testing it out to see how it would look before fully committing. So here I'm just going to be now labeling, putting those sentiments inside these geometric shapes. Some of them I'm going to put them in the squares. Some of them I'm going to put into the half circles. So I had some words that, like I said, I had AI help me figure out of what would work. Kind of prompted it with telling, AI, like, these are some abstract photos of myself that I want to write about. And these are the kind of feelings I have about it, and why I decided to take those photos. And also that this is the beginning of my 2021 album, and this is actually like a month before I actually met my husband. So I kind of also wanted to leave it. So you'll see here in the mix where I'll do is I'll transition. So it's kind of like a transition from the single me to the future Crystal that I am now. So, and meeting my husband. So yeah, the words where I chose were Unbound. I liked that one. I felt like it really represented the photos there. Me, because they are photos of me. Authentic, just because this is kind of, like I said, a different way take of self-portrait. And then vibe, because when I was doing those self-portrait photos, I did put my headphones on to like kind of mimic the movement of dancing and stuff. I can't really remember now if I was actually listening to music or I was just pretending, but that was the vibe I was going for in those photos. So yeah, and like I said, the last word was transition. Now, you may have noticed I did pull this one card here off to the side that says "My Big Bright Idea." I did like that one instead of using that in there. Now, I did have this problem of that the photos did not fit perfectly onto this 12 by 12 page. So I was trying to figure out how to fill in those gaps in between the photos. So that's why you saw me pull out some ribbon there. but I wasn't liking the ribbon choices I was making. So here I decided to pull out some paper, maybe making them like a banner that would go in between each one of the photos there. And I felt I could balance it there by tucking it, as you see, under each of those little cards. And at first I thought about doing like the typical banner, like with the little flaggies, but then I decided, no, let me keep that round half circle shape. So I rounded off the edges here, and I'm kind of using my inking dauber thingy there to kind of give me that nice, more rounded shape. Just trace it there. So I just trimming those out um, to go there, and then gluing them down. And that's where I'm going to do like my journaling, just basically saying, hey, here, this is what this was for, a self portrait um, project that I was doing for a class. I will say that the strips actually that I used for to frame the photos there of those, that triangle scraps, paper colored straps, I thought those colors matched really well when I was kind of looking through my scrap to see what would work. And now I did want to add like a title here as well, even though there's lots of words going on this page. I still felt like I should need a title. So you saw that I pulled out that big, large black chipboard there earlier. I thought about using something that, but I didn't have the numbers in that, and it was just honestly too big. So I pulled out these brass colored letters and then some other ones too to see that would work. But in the end, I decided to go with these brass alpha, puffy alpha stickers. Um, yeah, so I'm just going to kind of lay them there at the top along the edge. I thought that was a great place for them. They fit perfectly in the size. However, I don't like where they're placed. So here you're going to see me fuss with them. And I'm just going to move them down actually to butt up against the photo here. And what do you think looks better? Honestly, you tell me. I'm like you. I liked both, but I think I liked this where they butt up against the photo. Honestly, I will have to say this is probably one of my favorite layouts I've created in a long while. I just love the simplicity of it, but also using a lot of the sentiments. So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.